Highlights of some of the matches that went down yesterday in the English Premier League. And just like I said, just joining on the studio is Dr. Christopher Otabor, the MD for Alliance Hospital, and he's also been following up with some major movement. Just before we talk about the more issues that we have, you've just seen some highlights from the English Premier League. Do you see Chelsea stop in delaying Liverpool chances of celebrating today?
Well, I think that Chelsea would make Man City lose points.
Yeah.
And because of that, Liverpool might be crowned today.
Wow. But so many of us want that celebration to be delayed.
Yes.
We are still at the tail end of the season. We don't want it coming. But we've seen the performance of Manchester United ever since they brought in Bruno Fernandes. They've been a totally different team.
Yeah, it's late in the day.
Yeah.
The first two spots in the for the Champions League is certain.
Yeah.
Liverpool and Man City.
Yeah.
The other two are up for grabs.
Yeah.
And it could be Chelsea, it could be Liverpool, it could be Man U, it could be...
Could it be Arsenal?
It could be Leicester, it could be Wolves.
But what about Arsenal?
Arsenal is definitely out of control.
Well, that's sad news for so many Arsenal faithfuls right there. Definitely out of it, losing back-to-back matches and ruling them out of contention. And now they'll be
don't forget, one man that man you mentioned, Martial yesterday was fantastic. He scored a first hat-trick.
Yeah, that's a wonderful one for Martial, for a player who has not been so consistent.
Yes.
But moving away from that, actually, let's talk about one major issue that has been making the round. It has to do with Kadiri Ikhana. I know you performed the surgery for free of charge on Kadiri Ikhana, and you've got into the final stage where the final surgery will be done on him. But there were some reports that came in some few weeks back about donation made by the sports ministry for the surgery of Kadiri Ikhana. Please, I want clarification. Was that donation for you through Kadiri Ikhana, or is just for Kadiri Ikhana?
Okay, maybe I should just give a background.
Okay.
You know, October last year, I was watching ITV like this, and I saw Kadiri Ikhana on wheel crutches. He was looking very frail and obviously in pain.
Yeah.
And then he was appealing to Nigerians for assistance. He said he has a bad hip and that the doctor had told him that he needs a hip replacement. Yeah. So I when I saw him, I said to myself, this is not the way a country should treat their heroes. Because I knew Kadiri Ikhana as a little boy. Yeah. You know, and when I made some moves while playing football, I would hail myself like, oh, Kadiri Ikhana. So he was a hero, kind of. Yeah. And then I followed him, how he won the Nations Cup, you know, all his coaching career. And I'm like, no, this cannot happen. So I called your station and I said, I want to assist. They should call him. So he flew in from Abeokuta. So I did a full assessment of him and I noticed that the two hip joints are gone.
Not according to the report of just one hip?
No, yes. So it was much bigger than what I initially saw.
Okay.
So initially I thought, okay, well, on average 2.5 million would do one hip. Yeah. But the hips were complicated, so 2 is beyond that. Yeah. Yes. So I after evaluating him, he did MRIs and all that in our hospital. Yeah. And so when I initially assessed, I thought, well, this man would need like 9.5 million. Yeah. 2.5 for each hip and 4.5 for the spine. But eventually, with the benefit of hindsight, it actually cost more than that. So, but I told him, I said, I'm going to treat you free of charge. He broke down in tears. He was really excited. So one thing led to the other. We admitted him. In November, we did the first hip. Yeah. So he went to stay in a hotel that was provided for him by NFF.
NFF, okay.
Yes. All along, we were expecting that the Minister of Health of Sports would come visit him. Yeah. So they said. But throughout, he never came. I guess he was busy. So January, we took him in for the second hip, which was even more complex. Yeah. And we fixed it. If there's any hip replacement surgery that cannot be done in Alliance Hospital, it probably can't be done anywhere else.
That's the level of Alliance Hospital equipment and sophisticated.
Exactly. Yeah. So we got the second hip fixed and he was fine. So he left. Yeah. And so just last week or so, I saw a report like you were alluding to, that the Ministry of
Youth and
Sport have supported Kadiri Ikhana's treatment. So I put a call across to him. I said, Coach Kadiri Ikhana, congratulations. I learned that the Ministry of Sports have supported your treatment. He said, doctor, to be honest with you, they paid 500,000 naira into my account. I was embarrassed. Yes. And then if you are paying a paltry sum of 500,000 when his bill is over like 10.5 million.
Yeah.
So, and then you are blowing it up in the press. What's the intention? Was that supposed to be maybe an allowance? Was it supposed to be his feeding allowance, or was it supposed to be what? I didn't understand that. Yeah. So, I mean, for a man of that caliber, if you hear that the Federal Ministry of Sport, which is the federal government, is coming to assist someone's treatment, you are not going to be thinking of anything less than 5 million if they didn't even pay profits. And now they threw in 500,000, and then they are pushing it, in the media like everything. I have taken the responsibility to offset the bill
without even seeking the help from anybody.
Yes, and I told him I would do it. God helping me, and God helped us, and we've done it. We were supposed to do the spine surgery just before the lockdown, but even with the 2 hips we've done, Kadiri Ikhana sent me a video of him jogging. I was excited. I mean, for me, that's the reward. I was so excited. But when someone comes, I mean, I think that it's uncharitable for you to do that. You never contacted the hospital. If you love him so much, you never contacted the hospital to say.
You never even dropped by to say thank you for what you have done.
Yes, nothing. Yeah. Then all I heard is that the Federal Ministry of Health has supported Coach Kadiri Ikhana's treatment, and they didn't say a word about how much. Yeah. So for anybody who is unsuspecting, will think, oh, they really taking care of it. I mean, it's the federal government that is coming to intervene. So when I got this invitation, I said, okay, well, it would be a good idea to explain what has happened. I'm not interested in getting the money because I've already offered to treat him for free. That money, if they really want to contribute, let them give the money to Kadiri Ikhana, and it's not 500,000. The man, for him to come out to the media and to solicit publicly for help, that means that he needs succor apart from the health. One of those days after his treatment, when he was going back to Abeokuta, he was delaying, and I'm like, what's the problem? You said you were going on so day. He confided in me that he didn't have his transport fare complete. I had to bring out money and give him to go back home. So this man definitely needs rehabilitation, financial rehabilitation. If you want to contribute to his bill, I'm not saying bring it to me. Yeah. If you give him the money,
not a paltry sum of 500,000 coming from federal government.
Exactly. If you give it to him to say, look, start up your life again, I will be very excited. Yeah. I'm not interested in taking the money.
Yeah, like the cost of that is take 5 million and exactly. I'll take 7 million. You can use to start something.
Exactly.
So you can be on your own feet and stuff like that.
Let them say this is our contribution to your medical treatment. Yeah. Take it. But God has helped him in another way. Yeah. So that money can now be a source of livelihood for him.
You know, while talking to you, when the first surgery was carried out, you talked about your door is always open to assist any other Nigerian, international people who have served this country, who also may be going through these challenges. But with the way things have been done from the sports ministry, from Nigeria Football Federation, does it give you joy to say, I want it to go out to help anybody?
It's not interesting at all. See, in sane climates where things are done rightly, there's nothing that stops the Federal Ministry of Sport from doing a letter to say a commendation. We appreciate what you have done. Money is not everything.
Exactly.
To say, look, you are an ambassador of the Federal Ministry of Sport. If they really love those ex-international who gave their youth for this country, I mean, I am so sure as a medical doctor that if not for his rigorous activity when he was young, he would not be in that situation.
There are so many ex-internationals who now when they are working, you will know that they have problems one day or the other because of so many rigors of what they have gone through, so many surgeries they've done in the process of playing, and it's really sad. And I'm so sad to hear the fact that there has not been one letter of appreciation from the sports ministry or even NFF on what has really happened.
Communication.
So, Doctor, I really like to really appreciate you personally for the job well done, and again, again, I would plead with you, don't just see this as if maybe it's a way like the country or maybe the ministry of stop don't really appreciate what you've done. We all appreciate, they all appreciate that maybe let's say the manner of which they are approaching this issue is not the right way.
No, I'm not offended. I was not doing it to be recognized.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm doing it because of the milk of human kindness.
Yeah.
There are people I have seen on TV, I don't know them from anywhere,
yes.
and they are not popular, they are not related to any big man. And I call the TV stations and we get the job done for them. This television station has aired many of them. The guy with jaw tumor that we removed for free, the other guy with bow legs, and many countless number that who are nobodies, but maybe that's why God is blessing us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We've been talking with Dr. Christopher Otabor, the MD of Alliance Hospital, who carried out that surgery on Coach Kadiri Ikhana, S International. Not forgetting Kadiri Ikhana was part of the victorious Green Eagles team that won 1918 Nations Cup, and he was also the man in charge when the Iba won the first CAF Champions League, the first Nigerian coach to have ever led a side to a continental trophy when it comes to the CAF Champions League. No Nigerian side has ever won it before. Until today, no Nigerian team has won it besides Eyimba. And it shows, but when it's going through different challenges, only people came out to rescue. NFF, like they say, is always broke, so they couldn't even cut anything to assist Kadiri Ikhana surgery.
No, sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
I think while he was on admission, NFF sent him some money for feeding. Yes, I don't remember whether 600,000.
But let's look at it.
I must commend NFF for that. No matter how small.
But you talk about the coaching. You talk about last time. You talked about how the coaching committee has been.
Yeah, they were visiting him and all that.
Even though they were really solidarized.
It's not about money.
But I think this issue also raised so many issues about the fact that do we have insurance for our players? Do you have something to give them, to set aside for them while they are playing, when they retire? But these are some of the issues that has brought to the fore. Yes. Because when you look at somebody like Kadiri Ikhana, you don't expect him to be torturing right now, or begging to even survive. Imagine the kind of situation where he was even looking for money to balance, to meet up so that he can be able to transport himself. For somebody who has just done a surgery, and I feel so sad about it, talking about it. But moving forward, looking at other things happening generally in the world of sport and so many other challenges. We've been talking with Dr. Christopher Otabor, the MD of Alliance Hospital, who single-handedly decided to show that the responsibility of carrying out that surgery on Kadiri Ikhana right there, and so many other people who but like they want to put it this way. Are you closing your door?
No, definitely not. If I close my door, I close my blessings.
Oh, exactly. I like that. I like that sincerity there. And it's always open.
I'm a pastor, so
yeah, okay.
I can't close my door.
Okay, it's always open to us. That wouldn't stop him. But hopefully, they will also realize their folly and make amendment. But are you expecting anything? Let's get this say. Are you expecting anything from sports ministry?
No, I didn't do it with any expectation. But if this sports ministry says we like what you have done and want to appreciate you, take this amount of money. I'm not allergic to money.
Yeah.
But I'm actually more interested in them taking care of Kadiri Ikhana.
And unfortunately, no letter of appreciation also from the sports ministry. And we're not forgetting recently the minister has been going around assisting S International. But also one of the major people that has also been assisting them don't get recognition from there. I must really, they need to really take a critical look at this and see how they can really work this out. Doctor, I must say thank you to you for coming around and shedding light on this issue, because it's been around for quite some time. A lot of people thought probably the money was given to you when the story first came out that they have supported Kadiri Ikhana surgery. But before I let you go, I think there's a final phase of the surgery.
Yes, we were supposed to have his spine surgery, which is the last one, because what I promised Kadiri Ikhana is that I want to get him back to a situation where he can go back to his coaching.
Yeah.
Because coaches of his age are still doing their job in Europe. Yeah. He's not too old to coach. Yeah, exactly. So I said, by the time we are done with the 3 surgeries, he should be fit to coach. And that would mean that the final surgery would still be done. We were to do it before the lockdown, and he said that he was going for the postponed National Sports Festival in Benin. After that sports festival, he was supposed to come to Abuja to get his final surgery done. But with this COVID-19 lockdown, all that have changed. So once the lockdown is over, we will get back to planning the final surgery.
Before we let you go, now that you mentioned COVID-19, what will your advice be to so many sports people out there, and for someone like
even
you?
Even the 2020
and 2020 that we're talking about.
You see, Novak Djokovic tested positive to COVID. Yeah. Dimitrov also the same thing. Yeah. Why? Because it's contact sport. Yeah. A lot of people are skeptical about COVID-19. The truth is that it is very real, and it's killing people. The reason people are skeptical is because of all the controversies, and then maybe you, the media, have not really gone into the suffering patients to bring it out to show to the public.
Exactly.
Nobody in America is doubting COVID-19. Yes, but in Nigeria, because the people in the isolation center are taking selfies and dancing as zonto. So people think, oh, they are just deceiving us.
Yeah.
But the truth is that there are people who are very sick and are dying of COVID. And we have to do everything to minimize the spread. All the things we need to do are already there. It's just the will to do it, which also stems from what we believe. The truth is that COVID, as a doctor, I can tell you, I've lost 3 patients in the last 1 month to COVID-19. Yes, and 10 doctors have died of COVID-19 in the last 3 months. 200 doctors have been infected. And I can tell you that the numbers that NCDC is bringing out is far less than the actual numbers.
Wow.
Yeah, because they are not doing enough testing. So the more they test, the more it will come up. So let's not take it for granted. I mean, it's killed no less a person than the chief of staff to the president. Yeah. Senators have died. Doctors have died. So what else do we need to believe that this thing is real for us to take precautions? We need to take precautions. If you don't need to visit, don't visit. Those sporting activities, they can wait until when the coast is clear, and so on.
I was about coming to that. Yes. If you're in the position to advise the federal government and the sport ministry, do you think we are ripe to open our sporting door to the world?
No, I think that we should stay away. See, in Europe, you know what it cost the Premier League to come back in Europe? Millions of dollars, because they were ready. They were doing testing back to back. After every match, they would test to make sure that people are still fit to go back to the field. Because sport involves a lot of contact. And that's how the virus spread. We don't have that kind of money to be able to ascertain the fitness of everybody and the status of everybody. So for now, I think that we should stay cool, let the wave blow away, the wind blow, then we can resume safely when the coast is clear.
I must not fail you to ask you this question. Now that we've been talking about it, some people believe because we are black men that we have this, our body can fight COVID-19, that we can handle it.
No, that's not what the statistics is showing. It's just like it's coming in waves from place to place. Initially, it was in the US. It started from China, went to US and the Europe, and leveled a lot of people there. And then right now, the epicenter has moved to Brazil. So where you have over 1 million people, Brazilians have been infected, and thousands of people have died. And Brazil has the same temperature with us. They also have some black people like us. And now it's rising in Africa. So if we don't modify our behavior, then it's going to really overshoot. So there's nothing about black. It's killing blacks, it's killing whites, it's killing all category of people. So what we just need to do is to take precautions.
Thank you so much, Dr. Christopher Otabor, the MD of Alliance Hospital, the hospital that also brought, if you want to put it that way, brought Kadiri Ikhana back to life. And they said the door is not closed. They are also ready to help vulnerable people who are going through difficult challenges. You also need assistance.
To the extent of our resources.
To the extent, to the extent of their resources right there. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll quickly move on to some other major stories making it round. Let's quickly go to Spain, where we give you some highlights of some of the matches that went down yesterday in the Spanish La Liga.
Leo Messi wearing a t-shirt